It's time to bring my builds to the next level. At the end of last year, I set out to create some Space Engineers tools. The personal tools, the ones that you use on your character. I did pretty good with it, but there was one that I knew would be more complex and more difficult to create than the others. Not to mention the size is definitely a factor. Hello, and welcome to the show. SykoYoda here with another Next Level Lego for you, and today I am bringing in Lego my interpretation and my version of the Space Engineers drill. There's many things about this that I personally like and also dislike. I think that I am most of the time my own worst critic, but I wanted to create it, and I know that I had to figure out a way to make compromises to make that happen. So this is the final product I came up with. There are quite a few details that I do enjoy about this. I really am happy with the way the front end turned out. If you take a look at this video here, I'll show you a little bit as to how that was created and an idea of how it is connected into the main body. For me, having the experience with all the lightsabers has kind of helped with anything that's cylinder shape. This allowed me to keep this area at least very much to spec and appropriate for the way it looks in Space Engineers. And to add to that, I wanted to make sure that I had the grates or the vent on the top. I didn't know if I had enough pieces to do this, but after some searching while watching videos, I did find enough specifically of the wedge vent pieces, being able to pull this off. Another important factor for this and an interesting concept was the grips. Because you're holding on to them, no matter how many pictures I got a hold of, I had a hard time really getting an idea as to what these should look like. But I ended up focusing on more something that felt right in your hands and making it be like it was real or usable in real life. Some compromises were made on this, but overall it worked out to the better, and I think still captured what we see in Space Engineers. Something else with that was important and essential was to get the battery pack large enough. All the sizes and shapes, you know, yes, you can create them quite a bit in detail with Lego, but it's always about meeting in the middle road and making those compromises that actually is viable in translation. The most important thing to me on this that I am personally not happy with is the overall length of the body, the red part. I think that it should have been probably another 4, maybe 6 studs longer to get the full effect. The issue with this was making the radiuses and not having those pieces to actually translate that in the Lego. I had to make some kind of a compromise so that visually the concept was sound. I also did, as I had with the grinder, just mocked up the black lines on the side. They are vertical in Space Engineers. They are horizontal in my creation. One other thing that we needed to make sure I tell you about was the drill head itself. As you can see from this here, lengthwise it's pretty good. It's a little bit shorter than what you tend to see in the Space Engineers photos or video, but one thing that was key to making this one work was taping down the cylinder pieces that made the shaft. I'm not a fan of using tape on any of my stuff, and if I have to do it, I have to do it. But this is the first creation that I can remember releasing on YouTube where I actually had to place tape on something to make it work. So overall, yes, it is stable, but without the drill head and shaft in place. If you take that off, it actually makes a pretty stable, movable object. So there you have it. Space Engineers tools. Everything that you put in your personal inventory to create and take apart is now made in Lego. I very much enjoyed this collection project where we take something from Space Engineers, or any other video game for that matter, and we create all the essentials that are in it out of Lego. I hope to find something else that means something to me or is relevant to me to do this kind of a project again, where we can create multiple things from one universe. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, thanks for watching. Don't forget that like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you next time.